The story continues as Xiao Yan hears about someone daring to make a move on his wife. They must have a death wish, he thought. Not far from the Gu clan's Grand Hall, there is a training ground. It's usually where the Black Annihilation Army drills, and it's also a favorite hangout for many young members of the Gu clan. As such, the place is quite popular. Today, the training ground is even more bustling with the arrival of the clan leaders of the Lei Clan and the Yin Clan, who brought along many outstanding young members of their clans. These young people, uninterested in the so-called important matters, had naturally gathered here. There's always some sense of rivalry among the youth, especially when the younger generations of these ancient clans meet. At this moment, the training ground was surrounded by a dense crowd. Most of these people were dressed in black armor, the famous Black Annihilation Army of the Gu clan. Their overall combat strength was formidable. Aside from the Soul clan, neither the Yin clan nor the Lei clan had a unit that could surpass them. Becoming a member of the Black Annihilation Army is a dream for many young members of the Gu clan. Rising through the ranks to become a commander is a prestigious achievement within the clan, making the Black Annihilation Army a primary goal for many from a young age. The training ground was tightly packed with Black Annihilation Army soldiers, their eyes slightly angry as they looked at the scene. In the center stood around a dozen young figures with an air of arrogance. On their foreheads was a lightning mark, the clan mark of the Lei clan. Heh, it seems the Black Annihilation Army of the Gu clan isn't as strong as the rumors say. Before we came, someone even advised us to interact with you more, said one young man, biting a blade of grass and grinning cheekily. He looked frivolous, but those who had seen him in action knew he was incredibly strong despite his appearance. Opposite this young man stood several familiar faces, including the three commanders of the Gu clan, Gu Qingyang, and some Black Annihilation Army leaders like Ling Quan. However, their expressions were somewhat unpleasant. Lei Ying, cut the crap. If you want to fight, I'll take you on. Any way you want, said Gu Xing, one of the four commanders, frowning at Lei Yun's provocative words. Fighting you isn't interesting. Your chief commander, Gu Qingyang, already lost to my brother Lei Dong. It seems the younger generation of the Lei clan is stronger than the Gu clans now, Lei Yun responded with a sly smile. Lei Yun, stop with the smooth talk, said a man in a silver robe standing in front of Lei Yun. He smiled and shook his head before apologetically cupping his hands towards Gu Qingyang and the others. Sorry, this guy is always blunt. Even Gu Qingyang frowned at this, as the words were irksome. Our strongest young member is Miss Sooner. If you want a real challenge, try facing her, retorted a Black Annihilation Army leader with a cold smile. Sooner, huh? Lei Dong in the silver robe smiled faintly, his eyes showing a mysterious glint. I've heard of Miss Sooner's fame. Since we're here in the Gu clan, I must meet her. Gu Hua must have gone to find her earlier, right? Seeing Lei Dong's perceptive remark, the faces of the Black Annihilation Army leaders changed slightly. Lei Dong, I heard you almost became betrothed to Miss Sooner years ago. Now that the clan leader is here, why not bring it up again? With your current achievements, who could refuse you? Lei Yun laughed. Upon hearing these words, the faces of Gu Qingyang and the others darkened. Many young members of the Gu clan harbored feelings for Sooner. Although she was now with Xiao Yan, she remained a shining jewel of the Gu clan. Such playful remarks from outsiders were intolerable. These Lei clan guys are always such a headache, remarked one of the figures on a stone platform to the east of the training ground. These individuals, marked with flame insignias on their foreheads, were clearly from the Yin clan. Leading them was Hua Xian, an acquaintance of Xiao Yan, and beside him stood Hua Ji, a masked woman known for her mastery of the Red Lotus Karma Flame. Lei Dong has indeed made significant progress over the years. It seems the Lei clan has invested heavily in him. With his accomplishments, it's understandable they're grooming him to be the next clan leader. However, his personality still needs some refining, Hua Ji remarked as her gaze swept across the scene. Haha, no matter how much effort they put in, you know very well who Sooner's heart belongs to. And that person happens to be in the Gu realm right now, Hua Xian chuckled, clearly enjoying the situation. If he shows up, the Lei clan will be in for some trouble. Xiao Yan. Hua Ji was momentarily taken aback before she spoke softly. I've heard that the Soul Hall's master, Hun Miesheng, was defeated by him. Is this true? It seems to be the case. Before I came here, the clan leader mentioned that I should get closer to Xiao Yan. It's rare for the clan leader to place such importance on a young person, Huaxian replied. Oh. Huaxi raised an elegant eyebrow, a look of seriousness flashing in her eyes. While the two conversed, several commanders of the Black Annihilation Army were provoked by Lei Yun's words. Their expressions turned cold as they prepared to take action. However, just as they were about to step forward, Chief Commander Guzhen raised a hand to stop them. He looked at Lei Yun and said meaningfully, Lei Yun, sometimes it's not wise to speak so recklessly. Watch your mouth. Oh, is that so? Lei Yun smiled, showing little concern. I believe it is. A light laugh suddenly echoed across the training ground. Immediately, all eyes turned to the source of the voice. 3 figures had appeared on the high platform to the north, looking down at the scene below. Sooner, Xiao Yan, Gu Qingyang, and the others were stunned to see 2 of the 3 figures. Heh, so this is the famous Miss Sooner of the Gu clan. Truly a beauty worthy of brother Lei Dong. The Lei clan members immediately fixed their gazes on Sooner, their eyes filled with admiration. Lei Yun opened his mouth to speak again, but was suddenly interrupted by Lei Dong. Brother Lei Dong? Lei Yun turned, puzzled, only to see Lei Dong staring intently at the black-clad young man beside Sooner. If I'm not mistaken, this friend must be Xiao Yan of the Xiao clan? Lei Dong's eyes were fixed on Xiao Yan, a hint of fervor hidden in their seriousness. Xiao Yan? Lei Yun's expression changed drastically. The one rumored to have defeated Han Miesheng? Xiao Yan smiled calmly from the high platform and nodded. This guy is even more arrogant than us. What's so great about defeating Han Miesheng? Maybe it was staged. Some of the usually haughty Lei clan members muttered, their voices low but intentionally audible. Sooner's brows furrowed slightly, a hint of coldness appearing on her beautiful face. Just as she was about to speak, Xiao Yan raised his hand, smiling, and stepped forward. I hear you're sparring here for fun. May I join in? Hey, are you trying to stand up for them? But you're not a member of the Gu clan, are you? Lei Yun's face twitched slightly. Xiao Yan is Sooner's betrothed. That makes him one of us, Gu Qingyang said calmly. Xiao Yan and Sooner's relationship was well known within the Gu clan, and with Xiao Yan's recognized strength, even the clan leader acknowledged it. This matter was firmly established and could not be shaken. Upon hearing this, Lei Dong suddenly frowned. Oh. He then licked his lips, a flicker of black lightning arcing through his eyes. Since brother Xiao Yan is interested, please proceed. With his final word, black lightning surged violently from his body, crackling like electric serpents around him, spreading an unusually ferocious aura that left many present in awe. I wonder how Xiao Yan will handle that thing. Gu Qingyang and the others tightly focused on the black lightning swirling around Lei Dong. They had previously lost to this fearsome black lightning, which had an extremely strong attack power that rendered their defenses ineffective. Black demon thunder, huh? Xiao Yan observed the familiar black lightning on Lei Dong's body, a hint of surprise in his eyes. He hadn't expected Lei Dong to control the black demon thunder, suggesting his combat power was indeed formidable. No wonder he had defeated Gu Qingyang and the others. However, for Xiao Yan, it didn't pose much of a threat. Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, Xiao Yan moved and appeared directly in front of Lei Dong. His gaze swept over the 10 members of the Lei clan, his steps shifting slightly. Then, to the astonishment of the onlookers, he smiled and said, time is short. How about all of you attack together? Xiao Yan's words immediately caused an uproar, with the Black Annihilation Army soldiers cheering loudly. In contrast, the expressions of the Lei clan members darkened. It was their first time being so blatantly underestimated. Humph, Xiao Yan, don't get too arrogant. Lei Yun's previously cheeky grin vanished as he shouted. Sometimes, words alone aren't enough, Xiao Yan replied with a slight smile, his expression remaining calm. He had heard Lei Yun's earlier remarks clearly. While he didn't want to make a fuss, he couldn't help but feel displeased by the mockery of Sooner. He understood that to make these unruly individuals shut up, he needed to use some forceful measures. Lei Dong's frown deepened as he looked at the black-clad youth in front of him, a sense of danger creeping into his heart. Others might think the rumors of Xiao Yan defeating Hun Miesheng were exaggerated, but Lei Dong knew the truth. Hun Miesheng had not underestimated his opponent and had been defeated despite giving his all. He remembered the clan leader, Lei Ying, once mentioning that among the top young talents on the Doqi continent, Xiao Yan of the Xiao clan was unparalleled. Lei Dong would never forget the sigh in Lei Ying's voice when he said this. Such a remarkable individual emerging from a fallen clan was truly astonishing. Lei Dong, who had a passion for battle, had endured the agony of countless thunderbolts for 5 years in the Demon Thunder Pool to train. Coupled with the extensive resources of the Lei Clan, he achieved his current prowess. Deep down, he was unwilling to admit that his achievements were surpassed by someone from a fallen clan. Since Brother Xiao Yan insists, Lei Yun, you all should oblige, Lei Dong said calmly after exhaling slowly. All right. Lei Yun's face turned serious at Lei Dong's words. He responded with a cold smile, then stepped forward forcefully. The 10 of them simultaneously unleashed their full aura, with Lei Yun's being the strongest, reaching the level of an advanced half-saint. The others were all 9-star Dozuns. As the 10 formidable auras surged, many onlookers changed their expressions slightly. Handling these 10 together would indeed be challenging. Xiao Yan, let us from the Lei Clan test the truth of those rumors. With a low shout and a surge of courage, Lei Yun and the 10 members of the Lei Clan simultaneously dashed forward. Their tacit coordination was evident. In an instant, the 10 spread out like lightning, encircling Xiao Yan. Their faces turned serious as they quickly formed hand seals, and 10 massive pillars of lightning, each 100 feet tall, surged forth, transforming into 10 roaring thunder dragons above them. The thunder dragons circled above, and with a determined look, the 10 Lei Clan members directed them downward. The roaring sound of thunder echoed continuously. Lei Yun and the others knew of Xiao Yan's formidable strength, so they immediately unleashed their strongest attack. The combined power of 10 was indeed significant. Silver lightning flashed in the sky, and under the watchful eyes of the crowd, the lightning bolts converged. The 10 thunder dragons, roaring with anger, crashed down fiercely on Xiao Yan below. At the point of impact, energy waves spread out, causing the hard ground to explode into a cloud of dust. Did it hit? Many eyes watched in astonishment. Xiao Yan didn't seem to have dodged at all. As the dust settled, Xiao Yan's figure reappeared in everyone's view. He was still in his black robe, standing tall and unscathed. Even the ground within a meter of him was untouched, in stark contrast to the surrounding devastation. How is this possible? Seeing Xiao Yan, who hadn't even taken a step back, Lei Yun and the others turned pale. A deep sense of helplessness welled up within them. They realized that in Xiao Yan's eyes, they were nothing more than insignificant. The attack was decent. The entire scene fell silent. Xiao Yan smiled slightly, ignoring Lei Yun and the others. He turned his gaze to Lei Dong, gestured with his hand and said, "Please." Lei Dong's expression grew exceedingly serious. Xiao Yan's casual demeanor exerted tremendous pressure on him, but he was decisive. As soon as Xiao Yan's words fell, Lei Dong's body transformed into a streak of lightning. Clenching his hand, black lightning surged along his arm, rapidly condensing into a black spear in his palm, with arcs of lightning dancing along its length. Lei Dong moved with extreme speed, appearing before Xiao Yan in the blink of an eye. The spear shadows danced, enveloping Xiao Yan's vital points. The spear tip carried a faint, dark black lightning arc that, if touched, could pierce a hole even in a 3-star Do Sheng. The crowd held their breath, watching the suffocatingly sharp spear shadows. They couldn't imagine how they would face such a rapid attack frequency. Lei Dong does have some skill, Gu Qingyang and the others nodded as they watched. Even he would struggle to withstand such an offensive for long. Although Lei Dong was somewhat arrogant, he had the strength to back it up. However, this strength seemed insignificant compared to Xiao Yan. Lei Dong's spear doesn't seem to touch Xiao Yan, Gu Xing said in shock. Lei Dong was rumored to have the strength of a late 3-star Do Sheng, and his attacks, enhanced by his mutated lightning Do Qi, could match a 4-star Do Sheng. Yet, even such power couldn't touch Xiao Yan. What level had Xiao Yan reached? Gu Qingyang and the others nodded, exchanging glances that revealed their shared astonishment. Especially Gu Yao, who had fought Xiao Yan before, smiled bitterly. When Xiao Yan first came to the Gu clan, he had barely managed to win while heavily injured. Now, the gap between them had grown immeasurably. While the spectators could see the situation clearly, Lei Dong, as the protagonist, was acutely aware of it. The more he fought, the more frightened he became. Xiao Yan, standing before him, seemed like a black hole. No matter how fierce his attacks were, they were quietly absorbed, causing no harm at all. Lei Dong's expression tightened, and suddenly, ruthless gleam appeared in his eyes. The myriad of sharp spear shadows halted abruptly as he bit his tongue and spat out a mouthful of blood, which contained flickers of black lightning. The blood landed on the spear tip, making it extremely dark. Lei Dong then shook the spear, his speed increasing to the extreme, and he thrust it towards Xiao Yan's throat like lightning. So fast. Lei Dong's sudden increase in speed caused many to change their expressions. Even strong individuals like Gu Qingyang could only see a flash of black light. The encounter lasted merely a moment. Just as the crowd saw the flash of black light, a faint sound was heard from the field. Eyes quickly turned to see Lei Dong's spear tip heavily piercing into Xiao Yan's outstretched right hand. However, keen observers could see that the spear tip was still half an inch from Xiao Yan's palm, and no matter how much Lei Dong pushed his dou qi, it could not advance any further. Lei Dong's full power strike was directly caught by Xiao Yan with one hand. Gritting his teeth, Lei Dong struck the spear shaft, and black lightning surged from the spear tip, racing up Xiao Yan's arm. But before he could feel any joy, the black lightning quickly dimmed, as if it was being swallowed by something. "Familiar taste," Xiao Yan said with a slight smile as he absorbed the invading black demon thunder. With a swift grab, Lei Dong's spear shattered, and Xiao Yan stepped forward, moving ghost-like to Lei Dong's front. With a light, casual palm strike to Lei Dong's chest, a shockwave emanated, sending Lei Dong flying back in a disheveled manner. "Thank you for letting me win," Xiao Yan smiled after sending Lei Dong flying with a single strike. The speed of the battle's conclusion left everyone dumbfounded. In just a few minutes, Lei Dong and his group were easily defeated by Xiao Yan. The crowd fell silent for a moment. Then the Black Annihilation Army soldiers erupted in cheers, their thunderous applause echoing across the plaza. Amid the deafening cheers, Lei Dong landed clumsily, biting his lip. Just as he was about to attack again, a booming laugh suddenly resounded. "Haha, what an impressive Xiao clan boy. These youngsters are indeed far inferior to you. But now I feel a bit itchy myself. Do you have the courage to take a strike from me? The Lei clan's leader? This old guy is really ignoring seniority." Hearing the laugh, Gu Qingyang, Sooner, and the others' expressions changed. They hadn't expected that the battle-hungry and protective old man would intervene. Xiao Yan's easy defeat of the younger Lei clan members had evidently unsettled him. This sudden turn of events caused Xiao Yan to frown slightly. He hadn't anticipated that this old man would interfere in matters between the younger generation. "Don't worry, Xiao clan boy. I'll only use 50% of my strength. How about that?" As Xiao Yan frowned, Lei Ying's booming laughter rang out again. Seeing the old man pressing forward, Xiao Yan took a deep breath and didn't waste any more words. He cupped his fists and shouted, "Xiao Yan of the Xiao clan, please teach me." "Haha, good, you have guts. You remind me a bit of Xiao Xin back in the day." In the sky above the training ground, the space suddenly rippled, and 3 figures appeared. They were Gu Yuan and 2 others from the Grand Hall, and the booming laugh came from the man on the left, who looked like a towering iron wall. On a high platform not far away, Sooner frowned, and Gu Hua's expression also darkened as he angrily said, "What is the Lei clan's leader thinking? In terms of seniority, he's several generations above Xiao Yan, yet he still steps in." They all understood that although Xiao Yan was considered the most outstanding among the younger generation on the Douqi continent, Lei Ying was the esteemed leader of the Lei clan. Across the entire continent, only a handful could surpass him. For someone of his status to make a move against Xiao Yan was indeed excessive. Brother Xiao Yan should have his own plans. He wouldn't do something reckless without assurance. Though worried, Sooner had considerable confidence in Xiao Yan. She knew he wouldn't act recklessly, and since he accepted the challenge, he must have some confidence. Gu Hua sighed bitterly. Lei Ying was an 8-star dosheng. Just thinking about it made one feel powerless, let alone facing him. Most people present were astonished that Xiao Yan accepted Lei Ying's challenge. They exchanged glances, looking at the slender figure standing proudly in the field. His sheer courage alone commanded respect. Lei Dong cast a complex look at Xiao Yan before silently stepping back. His full-power strike hadn't made Xiao Yan retreat even half a step, while he had been defeated by Xiao Yan's single fierce palm strike. The harsh reality revealed the gap between them. Behind Lei Dong, Lei Yun and the others followed dejectedly. Despite their combined efforts, Xiao Yan hadn't even looked at them directly. This silent treatment, though infuriating, mostly made them feel powerless. They didn't doubt that if Xiao Yan wanted, he could have knocked them all down with a wave of his hand. But he hadn't, perhaps out of disdain. To him, they were like insects trying to shake a tree. True strength doesn't care about the provocations of the weak, Lei Yun thought. If he hadn't made those remarks about Sooner, Xiao Yan probably wouldn't have even acknowledged them. This kid is strong, but he doesn't know his limits. The clan leader is an 8-star dosheng. Even at half power, he can handle a 7-star dosheng easily, Lei Yun muttered as they retreated. Shut up, Lei Dong snapped, glaring at him. Haven't we embarrassed ourselves enough? If it weren't for your insistence on coming here, none of this would have happened. Even if Xiao Yan can't take the clan leader's strike, it won't tarnish his reputation. Many will admire his courage and daring. Lei Yun quickly fell silent, knowing Lei Dong held considerable authority in their group. Haha, so this is the young one from the Xiao clan. He does have the spirit of Xiao Xian, remarked Yanjin, the flame clan leader with crimson eyebrows, as he looked at Xiao Yan with a hint of curiosity. Lei Ying, given your status, it might not be appropriate to challenge Xiao Yan, Gu Yuan said calmly. Haha, you all know my temper. When it comes to a duel, I don't look at age or rank, only at skill. Lei Ying's laughter echoed like thunder across the sky. Then he looked at Xiao Yan and added, but if you think it's dangerous, we can call it off. Meeting the esteemed Lei Ying in battle is an honor for this junior, Xiao Yan replied with a smile, surprising everyone by not backing down. Given the upcoming matters with the Soul Clan, he would need to discuss and possibly ally with the 3 clans. It was best to be seen as equals to avoid unnecessary complications. Showing strength that the other side respected was the best way to achieve that. Lei Ying, being an 8-star dosheng, could wreak havoc on a typical 7-star dosheng even with only 50% of his strength. Xiao Yan, now at mid-stage 6-star dosheng, could potentially match a 7-star dosheng if he utilized some other means. Hence, facing Lei Ying's 50% strength strike was not an impossibility for him. Xiao Yan's words once again astonished many, and Lei Ying couldn't help but laugh heartily. Good boy, you're becoming more and more to my liking. Gu Yuan, watching from the side, smiled slightly, glanced at Xiao Yan, and said nothing more. In the sky, Lei Ying descended slightly, his arms crossed, black lightning swirling around him. A terrifying aura subtly spread, causing the crowd around the training ground to instinctively retreat. Their faces filled with fear as they looked at the towering figure. Xiao Yan, staring seriously at Lei Ying, took a deep breath. With a thought, Little E swiftly merged with his soul. Instantly, pink flames seeped from his body, making his form look like pink crystal glass, radiant and translucent. Facing such a formidable opponent, Xiao Yan immediately activated his destruction fire body. The flame has the presence of 6 different heavenly flames, Yanjin muttered, his eyes fixed on Xiao Yan. With his keen eyesight, he could see the number of heavenly flames merged within the pink fire at a glance. Amazement filled his face. He knew well how difficult it was to fuse even 2 heavenly flames, having devoted all his effort to that task. The idea of merging 6 heavenly flames was almost inconceivable to him. All eyes were on Xiao Yan, watching his body turn crystal-like. Many were astonished, but as they sensed his rapidly escalating aura, their astonishment turned to horror. Lei Dong, who had fought Xiao Yan earlier, could only smile bitterly and shake his head, realizing Xiao Yan had held back during their fight. This aura has the strength of an early-stage 7-star Dosheng. This kid has truly mastered the power of the heavenly flames, Yin Jin murmured in surprise. Clan leader Lei Ying, take this strike. With his destruction fire body activated, feeling the volcanic force surging within him, Xiao Yan's confidence soared. He laughed loudly, stomped on the ground, and appeared before Lei Ying in a flash, striking out with a palm. The sight of Xiao Yan daring to take the initiative against such a top-tier expert left many people speechless with shock. As Xiao Yan's palm thrust forward, a rapid convergence of flames formed into a delicate 6-colored fire lotus at an astonishing speed. As soon as the fire lotus took shape, an uncontrollable wave of destructive energy radiated outwards, causing both Yin Jin and Gu Yuan nearby to take notice. "What a terrifying fire lotus," remarked Gu Dao, one of the 3 sages of the Gu clan, his face heavy with concern as he gazed at the fire lotus in Xiao Yan's palm. Even he could sense the danger emanating from it. He hadn't expected that after Xiao Yan ascended to the rank of 6-star Dosheng, the fire lotus he conjured would possess such formidable power. If he had wielded this during the day of the Soul Massacre's pursuit, its sheer force might have made his pursuers think twice. The emergence of the fire lotus shocked many. Even Lei Ying's expression changed slightly before he burst into laughter, his interest piqued. With a swift grab of his giant palm, lightning flashed and thunder roared, as if a miniature thundercloud had formed in his grasp. "Let's see how my Lei clan's thunder tribulation palm fares." Thunder surged within Lei Ying's palm, transforming into a tiny thundercloud that pulsed like a heartbeat. Moments later, the sky suddenly darkened, and a lightning palm print, reduced to half a palm size, shot out from the thundercloud, striking head-on against Xiao Yan's fire lotus under countless watchful eyes. The earth-shattering explosion echoed throughout the ancient realm, unleashing a terrifying energy storm that spread uncontrollably in all directions. The powerful shockwave sent Xiao Yan flying back several hundred meters, while Lei Ying in the sky also retreated a few steps. However, he soon steadied himself, his tower-like figure standing firm amidst the shockwave, a testament to the strength of an 8-star Dosheng. Xiao Yan actually withstood it. Many exclaimed in surprise as they saw Xiao Yan, who had been pushed back several hundred meters but appeared unharmed. Even Lei Dong and others couldn't help but gasp in amazement. The Thunder Tribulation Palm was a rare high-level Do technique of the Lei Clan and wielded by Lei Ying. Its power could easily annihilate all life within a 1,000-mile radius. Yet, it had only forced Xiao Yan back a few hundred meters. Amid the crowd's astonishment, the terrifying shockwave in the sky continued to spread wildly. Gu Yuan waved his sleeve, causing the space to collapse and a massive black hole to appear, which swallowed the rampant energy shockwave entirely. Afterward, he clapped his hands and said with a smile, "Lei Ying, that Thunder Tribulation Palm was only at 50% power. Haha, good lad. Truly worthy of being Xiao Xian's descendant." Lei Ying wasn't angered by this comment. Instead, he laughed heartily, feeling exhilarated from the earlier clash. Xiao Yan forced a bitter smile. His arms were almost entirely numb, leaving him unable to clasp his fists and salute. He could only shake his head helplessly amidst the reverent gazes around him. In the sky, Gu Yuan smiled faintly before clasping his hands behind his back and looking up into the void. His calm voice, like a thunderclap, made everyone's scalp tingle, including Xiao Yan's. "Emperor of the Soul, with your status, is it necessary to be so secretive?"